ukiangalia sikuna mwenye alikuwa anafanya campaign, kuna points unapata watu walikuwa wanamchangia pesa. Si akona mpaka pay bill yake. That's one approach. But nyingine unasikia anasema ati government iko na pesa. Iko pesa. Hii ndio timu ya tuta iko na pesa.
You don't need a pay bill. Problem.
Yeah, we don't need a pay bill. So someone if you continuously create, because these people they create a culture. Mimi nakuja nasema ukiniona expect money from me. That's not ideal, not leadership. The leadership inafaa kuwa Victor or Sheldon or OCS or Dickens ni mtu mwenye hilo chenye anapenda kufanya. Interest yake ni kuona wanafunzi wanaenda shule zinatengenezwa, hospitali kuna madawa, kuna madaktari. That is what makes you happy by delivering that kind of service. No, that's what's supposed to be your drive. Not a flashy lifestyle. Because these people, they are creating a kind of mentality. If you see, because if you look at, let's go back in history, look at parliamentarians. Jambo walikuwa wanaishi pale Jericho. And they were living in very modest houses. And they were getting paid 10,000 shillings. There was an instance where you after watu kama kina James Orengo. Alikuwa anaenda tu na public means, anaenda parliament na public means. I think we need to go back to those days. Because when such a person is going to parliament, it's just a common guy when you mempatia kazi ya kwenda pa. But these guys have gone to a point where they are living this extravagant lifestyles. And with this kind of mentality wanakuja naika, that's why if the youth, unaona hata ukienda kuvai kwa pale as an MCA, the first perception those people have is that any person who's coming to be a leader lazima kuwe na pesa. Si value, si mtu anakuja kudeliver. Because kama wananchi ndio wanakupatia pesa. Remember, the money that we collect in government, si pesa ya hakuna penye MCA anatoa pesa, ni pesa inatoka kwa wananchi. So ideally, hao ndio wanakuemploy. Hao ndio wanakupatia kazi. Si hao tena uende wapatie pesa, hao ndio wanakupatia kazi yenye sasa unaenda kufanya nao kazi. So wanafaa tu kuweka waseme huyu ni mtu mnaweza trust na pesa yetu. Mtu mwenye anasema tanki yake iko empty. Tanki yake iko empty because half of the money ametuma kwa ameweka kwa taxation na haifanyika. But the valuation, these people have set up a system in inakuwa that we as generally the youth, once we say what we were talking about, either you're given an opportunity or some money. Now it's not speaking regards to evaluating leaders based on their value. You know, evaluating leaders based on interest yake. Of which unajua ukianza kuevaluate leaders based on interest yake na majority you're biased. You're not looking at the general public. Because to me, what I think is, if assume this position, mtu mwenye anafanya kazi ya nuru, hiyo pesa anafanya hapa inamtosha. Kama ni mtu amefunga biashara anafanya hapa pesa anapata inamtosha. Ama inaweza sustain. At least sema economically maybe not, inaweza kuwa impossible. Inaweza mfanyia akimu mahitaji yake. Kama ni shule, school is free ama cheap. Public health ni free ama cheap. Unaona? Transport kama hizo pia ni cheap to some extent. Then it means you don't need a lot of money to go around. When you don't need a lot of money to go around, which means when a politician comes, utakuwa unajua vizuri, kwa hii system ifanye kazi, it's because tumechagua mtu mwenye anafanya kazi. So we won't ideally be looking at, tunamuuliza sasa, ni nini unataka kufanyia, unaenda kuchange, ninafanya, mtoto wangu sitalipa fee. So we are also short-sighted to some extent. Ya kuangalia tu, nikipata hii punch, nikipata hii tao.
I think the problem with us youth is that the society has created it as a norm. When I hear there's a political meeting, something that will come in my mind is that 200 shillings or 500 shillings.
Not agenda.
Yeah, I'm not going there to hear about the agenda, their manifesto. Then just
hata manifesto utasikia. Unajua wanapanga line
CDF yako na guess CDF yako.
So another issue in youth involvement. As we started the 2023-2024 the
demonstration, yeah.
We were talking about leaderless, tribeless, and something else was leaderless, tribeless, and
fearless.
Actually, the political class, so this post is going to overwhelm us. So what do? They started coming to us and telling us that, you know what, you can't win without a leader, you can't win without joining a political party. But in the process, you find that we were a group like this one. You go, you join UDA, I go join ODM, someone else go join
And that is how they split it.
We are split now because the ideas of Wiper collide with ODM.
Yeah.
The ideas of UDA.
But I would like to disagree.
If you come to
I'd like to disagree. To me, I think that joining the political party is not a wrong.
It's not a wrong thing.
What I think is because ukikuwa pia useme uko leaderless or fearless, rudderless, walikuwa some a lot of stuff. If you are in such a movement, in hamna leaders, and you expect to have a board in terms of changes, hakuna chenye mta change.
That's the
So
that's
the-
another issue.
So you see, for you right now, if you want to be a leader, an MC or whatever, you have to join a political.
But actually,
And you know, I used
take
to
me
get
a
I
long
used
time
to get a
for me to
ticket
reach there.
in this kind of political parties is very difficult.
It's not
You know that?
Because actually,
It's very difficult.
Very
difficult.
See, joining a political party it now depends on also the establishment of that political.
example
difficult,
is
man.
See,
Kasmuel
Yeah.
was a leader in Gen Z.
Yeah.
He joined ODM. Then actually, you know, when you are in ODM, they silence you.
Yeah.
You can't talk. There are some things you can't just go out and say. See, so you are being silenced. Then actually, to fight for a seat, you need for a nomination.
Who is still leading?
Actually, you are going.
How are you leader?
You are going for nomination. Then there's someone else with an impact to the party. So actually, automatically you are going to lose. You don't have finances. You don't have backup from your.
But now,
I think in ODM, there are sometimes nominations are not done. You just begin.
Just direct ticket. Yeah.
Direct ticket.
I think that the involvement and the kind of amount that they need from an aspirant. There's a guy who called me from home.
Yeah.
He told me one.
So
I from MJ.
so you
But
find-
I was thinking about ODM. Akaniambia yeye mwenyewe he went to Gladys Wanga, of which Gladys Wanga called Mama Ida. And Mama Ida demanded 200K 200K from this guy for him to get that
a nomination.
And this is someone who can't even afford that kind of 200K.
So to some extent, we can agree that even to some extent, political parties have also been gatekeeping even the youth from joining the political movements and getting change. And that's so.
No, another thing, there's a situation, a story I had from this Okode, General right, Okode. He was saying that he had money, but actually TJ Kajwang was given the direct ticket.
But you see, that's not what. As much as we want to establish based on what has happened in the past, but we're looking also moving into the future. The resolution, because we have been talking about the issue, but what can be a solution in regards to, because one I want to look at, the two things I'm trying to look at. One, are we able or the youth able to join this leadership position? That's one. If they are able, how? Or if they are not, we already discussed why they are not doing it. But how should they be able to join this movement and be able to make changes in this political party? Because people might criticize people like Morara and Casper. And they might be playing an underdog position. They might say, okay, nimeona siwezi anzisha chama yangu ili niweze create my own movement. Maybe later on, maybe you can join chama like this one of Linda Mwananchi that's creating a different trajectory. But in that time or in that point of existence, this established party is what exists. But still remember not have get in this position of power. How do you get to establish yourself? Lazima join a party inajulikana. Kama mtu kama Morara alisema, alikuwa na ile inject party yake yenye alikuwa anachukua pesa kwa wananchi. Ndio. Akaenda huko Kisii, hata anaenda kusema inject, anasema hakuna mkisi mwenye analea inject ni. Kila mtu mwenye anajua, uenda huko Kisii, kila mtu mwenye anajua huko ni Matiang'i ndio wanamjua. So lazima akweza hivi enda ingie kwa party ya Matiang'i Jubilee, anasema party yake ni Matiang'i. Ni Matiang'i. Ili aweze kujoin parliament. Sasa kuna chance, because the advantage yako nani? as much as we must say, maybe alichukua pesa, hiyo pesa yenye alipata hapo akafungua nayo biashara ikagrow, sasa anaweza ingia kwa party. Lakini akiingia pale kama ni mtu mwenye ako na intent ya kuchange Kenya for better, then he will do it. Because pia we cannot say we want to take a very clean person and even say ametoka tu. It's going to be very difficult.
I think actually the thing we should do is within the political parties, but with another interest and another perspective, and make a change from inside. Because you can't even make a change from outside.
You cannot make it.
So when we go in there, we do away with the norm that you must have money and everything, while we are inside there.
There's a day I was giving a story to a guy. Nilikuwa namwambia, if you God gives me life, maybe I'll vie for Rangwe MP at home. Kaniambia, how will you manage? Kasema, the way venye siasa inaenda tu venye nitaenda. Lakini nikiipata tu hivi, what I will do will be different from the other people's politics and whatever. So hapo ndio change inatokeanga. Unaona venye unasikia hapo wina anarangiwa top kwa whatever. Ndindi Nyoro. If what Babu Wino is doing can make him be ranked the top. Na mimi sioni kama kitu imekaa ile standard yake yenye nafaa. Then what of ile yenye mtu anafikiria anaweza fanya. So kumaanisha if Babu can do it, wewe ufanye better than what Babu has done, na Babu akuje number 20, kumaanisha the top 19 watakuwa wamechange again. So that is it.
Dickens was saying something.
I was saying that I don't think the issue is being leader or joining political parties. Because even those political parties, there was some point they were just us, not the seats. The most important thing is give the public, in order to try and enlighten the society on their rights. So even if you have bad governance, we are able to point out and tell them, you know what, we're the one who made you here and can remove you. That's where the power should come in. Okay? So, by the fact that I saw that the president had withdrawn the 2024 bill, remember those youth that came for the protest, they came from different political parties. It's only with the view that it was illegal for that bill to be passed, and now there was maybe corrupt leaders that we have already elected, because before we came with, to the protest, the parliament had passed the bill for the next level. Okay, and this was these are our leaders. So they were corrupt at a certain point, even though the citizens did not want that bill passed. So it has forced us to take the action. Okay? So we have to understand that we as the citizens, we must just know our rights, regardless of who will be our leader.
But also, I agree with what you're saying that as citizens, we have the mandate of knowing. Because to me, if you ask me, there are people generally who are not even supposed to vote. I've always have an argument that the person who is voting, does he understand the amount of power he has when he's casting this vote?
Right.
But there's someone who's voting because that guy looks nice. That's on a bunch. Like if you ask that person voting on this,
that's why we are having.
Yeah, because if you have some people, like if you look at even the Nairobi governorship, people vote there some people because they saw dimples. It's smile of dimples and on a billboard. And like that guy with his dimples, he can work. So we don't even ask, do you really understand what your function is? So I agree. What Dickens is saying is that lazima tujue wewe kama citizen unaelewa kazi yako, unajua nini, mbona unavotia mtu. That's the first thing. That's true civic education. The second thing, mwenye unavotia because anakaa vizuri ama anaelewa chenye anafanya. That's also another thing.
The story of joining a political party.
Yeah.
There are already existing political parties.
Yeah.
There's how they are local. I don't know whether you understand that.
Yeah, like
Because that's the reason why you will never find a member of parliament from ODM party coming from Central, or a member of parliament of Jubilee coming from Nyanza or Western.
No,
But
no, no.
can I
That's
ask
what
you a
can agree.
question? Can I ask you a question? You know the reason-
Raymond Omolo was among the only people
No.
who were in UDA during time.
Let me
That's
tell
why
you
it's been
something.
awarded that position.
Politics is local.
But that was
Can you tell me the reason why Kasmuel never joined a Jubilee or a DAP?
why he never joined.
A Jubilee or DAP?
Why?
Uh,
The reason why he didn't join those parties. To me, what he sees is that the political, the ideologies.
my friend.
Listen. The ideologies of ODM is what attracted him because every party has its own ideologies.
By the
If you read
time,
through the
okay,
manifesto,
by,
they say-
by the time he was on the seat as a party lead, ODM was not there.
ODM was there, but actually,
That what
the
happened?
thing that made
But he became a leader.
the thing that made him to join ODM is because ODM was against the government. What
It
they-
was on
they-
opposition
they issued, yeah,
level.
it was on opposition level. He couldn't join UDA because
It was on the other
seemed
side,
like a
side that
traitor.
they were fighting.
Let's talk about the genesis of political parties. They were started as a community, as a trade union with people with same interest. You remember Tom Mboya? Yeah. So that's how it was created. So we shouldn't look at the on side of political parties. We can even start our movement. Not
So
like the existing political parties. It's not a must that we join Wiper, we join UDA, we join ODM. We can start our own parties and organize it.
Yeah.
Then we
That's also
have a
true.
clear con-
Let me tell you how political parties are local. For example, in Nairobi, we are going to have a governor candidates.
Yeah.
When it comes to voting, people will go back to their people in the name of this is our son. You get? During campaigns, people are confused. You go to this rally, you go to this rally, you go to this person's rally. But when it comes to voting, let me give you an example with what happened on Palau. Do you know the people of Palau never voted on ideology, on manifesto? They were voting against the enemy. The enemy was UDA.
They were voting because of anger.
revenge.
Yeah, the enemy was UDA. Because those people, all of them were from the same region, same constituency. But the reason why they voted for a DCP candidate, because
The Ngoto one.
the UDA candidate, UDA party, the leader is not their person.
But
Yes.
actually, you can see some leaders defecting from UDA
To DCP.
because they know 2027 is not going to be easy.
Right.
Let me tell you, this thing I told even my friend Victor in 2020. I told him, if Gideon Moy is not going to support William Ruto, he will not even win as MCA seat. Gideon Moy lost because the local political party there, Gideon Moy was against that party. You have to lose it. Even now, majority is going to lose seats in Central if they go against DCP. The political game in Central has changed. And now they are seeing DCP is our part. This is our part.
You see the issue with
but
Gideon.
there are parties like PLP.
The issue with Gideon, I cannot say.
Martha Karua. There are parties, as much as we can agree that to some extent, the idea behind political parties is not localized. Right now, we have them for specific tribal communities. I think that's where it's going. But initially, political parties were supposed to be for everyone. Political parties are supposed to be a national party. Not one is saying that this one is belonging to Central, this one is belonging to. But realistically, that is what is happening.
Yes.
That's what.
But also, as much as that is happening, there are cases where there is outliers. There are cases where, because I'm pretty sure that there are candidates who have won even